What's it looking like? Is the frames different?
I don't know. Very hard to see.
Probably new front end. Do you want the new front end or what? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are finally back on the Dodge Ram 3500 that we bought for our dad. And today's the day that we're finally gonna start tearing it apart and try to see all the damages that we got on this thing. That way we can start ordering parts while we work on the Jeep. Those suckers are coming in, and that way we're not wasting any time. So let's just go ahead and fire this thing up and pull it into the garage. Gonna attempt to pull this thing in all the way, although it is probably shorter than the Ford and a lot narrower, but this is perfect for us to work with and tear it apart. Gives us plenty of room. But I did notice that there's no power steering. I think maybe one of the pulleys or the belt is ripped,
or like a line is
pinched. Line, yeah, exactly. But let's go ahead and grab our tools and start ripping this thing apart and get closer to that Cummins. Dang, son, you put the grizzly bear strength on it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, man, it's actually pretty weak. So I bent it out pretty easily. I'm just trying to get to these bolts right here, which are actually like kind of stuck in there. But dude, check out this frame rail, dude.
I noticed that it's like a toothpick, to be honest with you.
Compared to the Ford, look how deep it is. Only like an inch or two deep, but the Ford one was like what, like a big old square, basically.
And it was a lot thicker, I believe. Look at this, it's like super thin. That's weird. I guess it's just on the older trucks.
I know, but it is a good sign for us because you know it's a lot easier to do frame work.
Exactly.
But anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can unbend and pry this bumper off of here. Dang, man, that was a tough one, dude. I had to wrestle that thing like a gator, but it finally popped off. Dude, check that out, dude. This thing is destroyed for what it looks like. It kind of looks like it hit a pole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely looks like something, just like a pole in the center right there. But let's see, what we got here is just a damaged frame end right here. This is a bracket.
I think they call these bumper brackets or frame horns, something like that. Something of that sort, which is pretty cool because we can just swap these suckers out. But as for the frame rail itself, it looks like it's just tweaked over just a little bit. I mean, this bracket you can just straighten out, so hopefully we don't have no super difficult time trying to straighten these suckers out. But I did notice something pretty crazy. This front bumper is actually a Kappa bumper, which if nobody knows what that means, that's not an OEM. That's actually a Taiwan type bumper. So usually aftermarket. This stuff usually doesn't fit too well. And I did notice that fender is made in Taiwan as well. Dude, check this out. Made in Taiwan, and you can kind of see a little.
You can see some runs right there. So this has been repainted. I wonder how bad the wreck was before, dude.
Scary, man. Scary.
Because I did look up the Carfax on it, and it didn't pull anything up.
Maybe didn't pull anything up. I wonder if this hood is actually original too.
Oh, we're gonna have to pop off that little cap right there. I guess we'll get to that later. But
somebody did do a good paint job on this thing. I gotta say that's a pretty decent paint job. They probably blended onto these doors and stuff like that. But anyways, let's just keep moving, keep ripping this thing apart.
Still good?
Still good.
That's just for airflow purposes right there.
Yeah, still reusable.
What is this? This is the radiator and radiator cooler and maybe condenser. I think it's split into two.
Yeah, AC condenser and probably transmission cooler. Yeah, it's one of those two. But anyways,
look at that intercooler.
Look at that. Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say. It's crazy. It's cast aluminum, which is very rare now on these new trucks. New trucks are usually
water to air cooled or air to water cooled. I forget which one.
The one on our GMC was actually plastic, wasn't it? The sides of it.
Oh yeah, the sides of it were plastic, but it was aluminum, just like this.
This one lasts longer right here.
Yes, sir. This is a real man truck right here. This is a road truck. This goes for
look at that. We got some kind of
thousands of miles. That's definitely some transmission tranny fluid right there. But yeah, let's pull off this intercooler next, and we're just gonna keep going in intervals like that, I guess. So we got a couple Taiwan parts, but you know what? We got a K&N, so that makes up for all those cheaper parts, right?
Oh yeah, we can just wash this sucker and reuse it because K&Ns are reusable unless we go a different route.
Yeah, I think we may go with a tune and exhaust probably. So it's definitely gonna be a cold air up here and probably new front end. Do you want the new front end or what?
I'm not.
Does it matter to you?
It doesn't matter for me.
He just wants his truck done, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make it nice.
We're gonna make it nice for him. We're gonna hook it
Nice.
up. He's already seen it a long time ago. He watches the videos as well, so he was surprised. He loves it. You love it?
Oh yeah, very loud.
He loves it a lot.
Not nice, very nice.
We're gonna definitely hook him up with something amazing.
Oh, obviously.
So let's just keep moving here and just get closer to getting it done, really. Dang, dude, I've never seen an intercooler like that.
That's a full cast aluminum heavy intercooler.
Is it
dude.
heavy?
Oh
Like
yeah.
semi
It's like a semi truck, exactly. That's what I was thinking. This is a semi right here. This is why he likes
These things are actually super expensive. Remember, we got a price on just a regular intercooler. It was like over like $1,000. This one's probably.
$900.
900 bucks. Yeah, definitely. That's like gonna be how much we
Hey, I
paid.
wonder if they have an aftermarket one. We may have to get like an upgraded one, maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. We're definitely gonna look around, but this one, all this stuff is definitely damaged, pretty dang bad. So we're gonna start looking for that stuff. And it looks like our radiator. And what is this? If that's not the transmission cooler,
That's probably power steering cooler.
Power
you know,
steering cooler. And it is busted. Or did you notice a loose belt back there?
The belt is actually loose. Go over here, dude. You can actually see that it's just been running loose. You see that? And it's just slipping. I think it's actually stuck. It popped off and got stuck behind the fan. So we're just gonna keep on going, get deeper and deeper inside this thing.
Alrighty guys, so we finally got this massive radiator pulled off, and we noticed that it is an original radiator along with an original intercooler, which is a really good sign. That means the extent of this damage was not too bad. Probably just a little fender bender. They took it to an insurance shop and they fixed it up for them. As far as the hood, I'm not sure on that, but let's check out what's going on beyond this fan right here. Our belt is pretty dang jammed in there. You see it? And that's probably why our power steering wasn't working. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it with some scissors and see if we can take this fan off. Dude, that sucker was jammed on there. I've never seen that method before.
That's the only way we could do it because that thing kind of got pushed in and bent in, but we managed to get it off. Is this pulley bad right here?
Yes.
It's probably a little bit bent or something, yeah, out of whack. So we'll probably definitely change that pulley right there.
It needs definitely a new belt to get that power steering working, but
we might throw it on temporarily though, just so I could drive it around and get it out of here. So
definitely.
you want to throw that power steering belt on here and probably turn it around and throw all these bad parts in the back, because that's how we like to do it, right?
Oh, definitely.
Alrighty guys, so what you just seen us do is actually pull that pulley off right there because the bearing was seized up. We kind of just beat on it with the hammer and it pushed it forward and it freed it up. And we just threw it on there temporarily. We will replace that with an OEM part, as well as this serpentine belt right here. We just need to move this sucker around. And we looped up the transmission fluid right here so we don't have any leaks. And we threw on the air box because you gotta have that map sensor for it to run properly. As of right now, we're just gonna go ahead and fire this thing up, turn it around, and throw all these parts in the bed. That's a loud belt slap right there.
Smacked it, ain't it?
Yeah, it sounds sketchy. I'm gonna spot you out. Come on. Keep going. 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot, foot and a half. Dang, dude, I've never heard a sound like that's a belt, dude. I can't believe it.
It has like a little rip in it, and that little piece is just smacking. It's actually super loud.
I thought it was like a little tick in the crankshaft or something.
Or the pulley was going bad.
But yeah, let's go ahead and load up all these parts, and we're probably gonna call it a day. All right, so we finally got all the parts in the bed of the truck, but we did get an early start late in the day, so we're gonna catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. Alrighty guys, so I got a measuring tape, and you may be wondering what I'm about to measure. I'm actually about to measure this garage door here because we want to see if that Dodge Ram 3500 will fit into here, because as you know, we do got a metal building and it is raining pretty dang hard today. And it is super loud in there when it rains, and it's supposed to even get worse. So we decided to actually just pull it into here. And I think we're perfect. We can clear in here, which is gonna be great. We've never worked in here in a long time. We gotta move some things out. The kit car, we gotta probably start up the Hellcat and stuff, move it out the way and see if this Dodge Ram will fit in here. But before we do that, you might've noticed a brand new, what do you call this? A sweater or a
pullover, whatever you wanna call it. It's super comfortable.
We've never done anything like this. It's super clean. It's kind of a shame that we're actually about to get these dirty, but you know what? That's what we do. But if you want one of these are very limited. Definitely check out goonzquad.com and help support your boys. But as of right now, let's move some things around and see if we can get this Cummins in here. All right, so it looks like this thing will not start up, so we're probably just gonna go ahead and push it into our other garage. I mean, it's been sitting for such a long time. Thomas made it his own bed, and we do got the trickle charger on it, so I think the battery is just super dead and it's making weird noises and all that. We're just gonna let it charge up, and we may try to fire it up towards the end of the video because, man, this thing is a blast. I wanna do some donuts or something in that weather, but yeah, let's just go ahead and push it in there, and then we'll bring in the Cummins.
Fits.
Yeah, she fits. That's gonna allow us to open the doors up. Probably see, let's see if this hood will open.
Oh, it's crunched. It's perfect for it.
Perfect, yep. It's crunched at the perfect height and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's bring some tools in here and I guess just tear apart, what do you think? The fenders,
yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, fenders, hood, all the obvious stuff, but like we want to mainly focus on this side because this is where actually the most impact, because as you can tell, our apron's kind of crunched a little bit. So we're probably going to go ahead and actually start on this side, remove the inner fender, the fender, all this other broken stuff, and see how far this damage goes.
Alrighty guys, so we just removed all the damaged parts off this truck except for this apron, of course, because it is spot welded onto the truck. But we just noticed something about this hood right here, and if you zoom in, it does say made in Taiwan, which this sucker is definitely still, because it is super heavy, and that is an aftermarket piece, which I'm wondering if the OEM one is aluminum or not. I guess we'll just have to find out once we buy one. But as of right now, we are debating on whether we should do the 5th gen conversion to this 4th gen Cummins here, because the most important thing is this apron right here, and we are pulling up pictures, doing a ton of research, and we noticed that these aprons are slightly different than the 2020. So that's our main concern. If the aprons will work, then we could probably order everything else. The cooling system from the 2020, pretty much
just everything 2020, dude. Because the radiator supports and all that stuff is completely different. One of our main concerns
is the frame rails as well.
Yeah, is the frame rails and these brackets that the aprons actually sit on. If they do sit on it, dude, we may be able to do it.
Yeah, because on the 2020, it looks like the frame rails kind of just go straight and they're a lot thicker. But what we really need to do is actually just head to the dealership, see if we can pop one of them hoods, maybe grab an umbrella or a tent or something out there because it's pouring, or just kind of inspect it and see if it's possible, see if it's even worth our time, because there's maybe a lot of fabrication. I don't know, dude. But it would be super unique if we could get this done. But as of right now, let's just run to the dealership and see what's going on there.
All right, so we are back at Mountain View over here in Ringgold, and we just parked right by this one right here. This is the base model, but it is a 2500. It's the exact same front end, and dude, that looks pretty dang good right there.
A lot of people don't actually like this front end, but in person, it looks so good.
I didn't like it at first either, but it grew on me a little bit, and it looks really good. I just want to just do a little quick glance.
Yeah, just do a quick glance. You don't want to slide under this one, do you?
Oh, I wish I could, man.
I wish it was dry, but this rain is kind of slowing us down a little bit, but you know what? It ain't gonna stop us as usual. What is it looking like? Is the frame's different?
I don't know. Very hard to see. Almost looks like it's the same width, dude. Like
really? It's like thin, super skinny?
Yeah. I wish we can just take this inner. Do we grab any tools and take this inner fender off?
Yeah, we got all our tools in the back. Let's
actually remove this bumper, the inner fenders. I kind of want to remove the headlights too.
Imagine that, dude. We could
that'd be awesome.
If they let us take this thing completely apart. But dude, look at this hood gap. It's pretty odd.
It's like weird. It's like sitting on top of the grill, which the older trucks, it was sitting like behind the grill.
Yeah.
But dude, man,
I mean, it looks good. I guess as of right now, we're gonna go inside and probably order
the serpentine belt in that pulley that's bad, and then we're gonna see if they can pop open the hood of this thing.
All right, so here's our victim right here.
Oh yeah, I can already see the aprons right here. They're a lot different. Yeah, look at them right here. You see how they're put
Oh yeah, dang.
But look, this little piece right here almost looks identical. This piece right here.
Oh yeah, that little bracket, or not bracket, whatever. It's like an actual piece of the tub there. Yeah, how do the frame rails look?
I'm just trying to look up under here.
How's it looking? Really hard to tell with it all being put together like this, but
we're just gonna go grab some tools and take this thing apart real quick.
Yeah. I wish we had some, like one of our buddies owned one of these. It'd definitely probably let us take a.
I'm trying to see like all the radiator hoses and stuff to see if all that does that look the same to you? How that runs? Kinda, yeah.
It looks a lot more cleaner in here. It looks like there's more.
Looks like a 2020 up here.
Looks like a 2020, but I guess let's just do more research pretty much.
Worst case scenario is ordering this apron right here and just test fit it. You know what I mean?
Order the apron.
Test fit it, see if it all like comes together. If it does, we're probably just gonna go for it, you know what I mean?
Just send it, man, because look at this front end. It looks pretty dang sick. Alrighty guys, so we just got out of the dealership, picked up one of the parts for the Gladiator, and we went ahead and sent it and ordered a 2020 apron for the left side, and we're just gonna test fit it, and if it works, we're probably just gonna go ahead and do the 2020 front end on a 2012 Dodge Ram 3500. It's gonna be sick. Let us know what you guys think about it, but as of right now, let's head back home and get some more work done. All right, so we are finally back from the dealership after taking a bunch of pictures for reference, and I think we know exactly what it's gonna take to do the 2020 conversion on this 2012. First things first, we're gonna start on the tub end over here where the apron connects, and this stuff looks exactly identical. We even ordered this end cap right here, and also the door was exactly identical on the 2020 as well as the 2012. The only thing that we may run into fab work is probably over here where the apron connects to the frame. We don't know exactly if the frames are identical. I think they are a little bit different, so we may have to just extend this bracket a little bit left or right depending on where it lands pretty much. So,
but we should have grabbed the measuring tape.
Exactly.
I'm thinking it right now that this frame rail, this may be a lot wider than the new ones. They may be shorter. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see once we order that apron, basically.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, if they are wider or narrower, we could do some fab work for the bumper brackets as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But we know exactly what it's gonna take. The only thing that we didn't order, like we said we were, was this pulley right here because it was like $1,000, and we can probably get
just go to O'Reilly's or something.
Get it for like $300.
Yeah, definitely.
As well as that serpentine belt. We noticed also that the battery trays may or may not be the same, but the air box is definitely a lot different. So we're definitely gonna go cold air anyways. So
yeah, one big thing is the price on this thing.
Oh, I can't believe the price on this thing. This was actually $150 cheaper than the 2012 apron. So
the new apron was $150. So 2020 parts are a lot cheaper. So this whole kit, dude,
maybe cheaper, dude. That'd be crazy if we pull this off and it's cheaper, dude. I guarantee you there's going to be other people wanting to do this, but
if it ain't possible, not a big deal.
We'll just send it with the regular 2012 front end. And
not regular. We'll probably do like the Longhorn, Laramie, whatever.
Some
you know,
6 Xenon
the 2018. You know, I think the 2018 fits, right?
Yeah, that'll definitely bolt right up to it. But we got our ideas wrapped around it, and I think we may be able to make it happen. Oh, and one more thing that we almost forgot is actually the electrical wiring, which may be a lot different from the 2020. But there's not really much wires here, and all we got to wire up is actually the headlights and the fog lights, which that's the least of our concern. As of right now, we can't really do much until we get that apron in and make up our decision really from then on out. But
let's go ahead and check out that kick car.
That's what I was just about to say. Let's go see if we can fire that thing up because, man, it's been sitting for such a long time.
All right, so no luck trying to charge this battery up. It's just completely shot for probably sitting over a year now, but right now we're actually gonna just pop this hood off, go get a new battery, and hopefully get this thing fired up.
Alrighty guys, so we got a brand new Duralast Gold battery in there. You know how we like to just buy them brand new batteries all the dang time.
I know they get pricey, dude.
Hopefully it does the trick, dude.
Let's see.
If not, we got another trick up our sleeves. We actually went ahead and bought injectors, or not injectors, a
coil packs.
Coil pack right there, Duralast. But yeah, let's see what it does now.
Our dang thing is still working. Check that out, man.
Oh yeah, remember people were thinking that would never work, but it actually
it's
did.
Still holding
Looks
up.
cool too. Dash is not working, does it?
Yeah, it works.
Oh, there
like
it
that,
goes.
Dude. That's legit. Now let's see if it'll fire up.
You're gonna have to hop in there and pull that clutch down. But dang, dude, this thing looks cool.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Hopefully it fires right up. I'm ready. Rev her out.
She died.
She died, dude. I think it may be bad gas. Luckily, we got some fuel treatment. Dude, it feels like it's half empty. What'd you do?
I think that's just how much they put in. I don't know. I just barely gave the throttle and it died. Let me see if it'll start back up.
You're not holding the clutch, are you?
Yeah. It started up perfectly at first.
The very first time.
Maybe something to do with the computer. We need to probably just like go through all the like, you know, codes and stuff. Because,
Clear 'em
I don't
out and
know.
whatnot.
Or maybe we can just throw in the new injector.
Let's throw in the new ignition coil packs and also, dude, that's it. Yeah, let's just do that first.
And we'll pour that in there too because there is a full tank in here. So
Oh, okay, let's do
might
it.
as well.
Woo, she fires up good.
I think this thing just has to work through, you know, after been sitting for such a long time, just got to work through, but dude.
But that's gonna be it for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow in the morning we can rip this thing around in the driveway there, cut some donuts and all that good stuff.
Let's do it. We'll catch you guys in the morning.
All right, so it is the next day here. We got our little drift pad over here cleaned up. We moved all the cars out of the way. Let's see if this thing will fire up and see how it drifts, man, because it is kind of an unpredictable car because it is a rear engine car. It's super light, too.
Oh yeah, super light. Never drifted it before, but hey, let's go ahead and crank this sucker
Let me
up.
strap you up.
Yeah, strap me up.
Woo! Dang, son, look at them tires. You got them. That was pretty sick, dude.
Cover my whole body with.
Oh man, that's the only thing that sucks about drifting this thing when it's wet. You get all dirty, but was it worth it?
Dude, it was worth it. This is a lot of fun.
All right, so we just got done ripping that kit car, and man, that thing is an absolute blast. We are happy to have it running again, and also we're happy to get this thing torn apart. That way we can kind of figure out which front end we're gonna go with. But make sure your post notifications are on because you're not gonna wanna miss out on anything because this truck is gonna be an absolute beast when we're done with it. Also guys, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. And also, if you wanna help support your boys, definitely visit goonzquad.com and copy one of these brand new pullovers. So with all that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.